Anyone who's ever wrestled with an alligator knows that. Just sneak in from behind and keep your mouth shut. A thin woman could hunt it. When it comes to baby crocodiles, of course, after some processing, the flesh of this white flower is like a jewel. It just needs to be cooked on the fire. It doesn't smell any better than that drumstick in your hand. I wonder if this alligator meat is really that good. The challenge continues on the 7th day. Tara's dehydrated and feeling really bad. It's impossible to walk in this heat. There was no choice but to ask the team to bring some water. Right now, our best bet is to find a creek and dig a well for water. I don't know if Tara can hold up. The jungle is not easy to walk in. Lindsay can't even keep up with Nathan. Plus there's ants all over the floor. This made her feel very irritable. It took some time to find a small pond. Now is not the time to rest. We need to dig a well. It's gonna take time to get the water back to Tara. Nathan found a relatively close location. Just keep an eye on the area and keep the monkeys away. Then you can save the time to boil water and do other things. The river seeps in very quickly. Nathan uses a banana stem to suck up the water. I hope Tara likes the imported water. This muddy water needs to sit for a while. Tara's body is getting weaker and weaker. We'll just have to get Nathan to bring water. Tara was really hot and skeptical. Fortunately, Nathan is a fast walker. Now all he could do was get a quick drink of water to his mouth. The imported water is sweeter than expected. My body feels a little better now. Tara can get up and running again. We need to catch up with Lindsay. He felt like he was a real drag on the team. I hurt my hand, and now I'm dehydrated. Fortunately, his teammates didn't give up on him. I'm afraid I won't be able to continue the challenge. Kayla, who has had the worst of it, has lost a lot of weight. She's very upset right now. You have to do everything yourself. There's just not enough physical energy to do it. She still has to catch fish. If we continue like this, we won't be able to meet the challenge. Kayla's just gonna have to take it one step at a time. Leftover fish bones to use as bait. It better attract crocodiles. I wonder if crocodiles really came here. Can Kayla lift her little body? She's already set up the bait. You can still see fish swimming through this area. In theory, one of these should catch a fish. If crocodiles don't come, eels are good. Kayla is pinning her hopes on this. She needs more food to fill her stomach, or wild fruits won't make it all the way. By contrast, Adam's team wasn't eating alligator meat. Just lay there and rest. The small life is a pleasant one, but it's still a little short on one crocodile. When the meat is ready, Adam thought he could grab one more to eat. Sam just wants to eat it every day. Amber saw a crocodile in the water this morning. She's going to use this big hook as a trap. All we have to do is bait the entrails. I'm sure it'll attract the crocodiles. Amber was pretty confident about it. You could feel the stench across the screen. I'm sure the crocodiles around felt it. Amber placed this right where the gators usually roam, as long as he craves this bite and jumps up to eat it. Amber set this place up perfectly. Then we wait for the gift of nature. When Sam thought he could pull off the challenge, I suddenly felt a terrible pain down there. Who would have thought that tick would get inside a brother? He could feel it going deeper. Sam doesn't want Amber as a sister. Adam was glad he wasn't targeted by a tick. You could see through the screen how much it hurt. Amber didn't suggest he rip it off. What's the most likely infection? It's best to call the doctor. The show didn't expect this either. Doctors can only get it out with pliers now. Adam was so hard to look at. I'm afraid I'll be next. I'm glad I finally got it off. This big tick dancing on it. You can imagine how much pain Sam was in. After the disinfection, he felt much better down there. Tara finally joined up with Lindsay. It's not a very big place though, but there's a small beach area. There are so many small fish in the water. There's enough resources here for them to recover. Lindsay was pretty happy with that. Tara was so dizzy, she wasn't even listening. Nathan tried to catch some fish. I hope this move is the right decision. That's a waste of time and energy. But the net got stuck as soon as it went down. Tara just sat there and didn't say anything. Lindsay was very worried about that. It felt like she could fall at any moment. Nathan's been busy catching fish. I can't catch it myself. The team atmosphere is getting worse and worse. If we don't get food in 2 days, the body won't be able to hold on. I knew this was going to happen. Tara decided she might as well stay where she was. Now it's best to get back to the shelter. At least we have a place to rest at night. After Chris left, Cave Sister and Mallory live on fish and wild fruits. Barely enough to keep your body afloat. Mallory does most of the fishing and eating. It's hot and humid now. Every outing takes a lot of energy. If you can't get 7 or 8 little fish at a time, then today was a waste of energy. Sister Cave is more looking for firewood to keep the fire going. Collect some berries while you're at it. It's a pretty impressive number. Try to stay in a good mood. That's really important for survival in the wild. Mallory caught a fish over here. It's not very big. It's just a little bit of a boost. We need to get more food. She tried to collect vines to make baskets of fish. Let's hope it's in the water. If you want to complete the 40-day challenge, that's all they could eat. It's hard to hold up physically. This side of the fish basket is finished. Put it in the water immediately. Let's hope the bait is enough to attract them. The Terra team is back on their way. At least you can walk in the jungle without the sun. The expedition was pretty bad. It's difficult physically and mentally to go on another expedition. Still, if there's a chance. Lindsay still wanted to explore further afield. Tara thinks it's her fault. If I wasn't exhausted by dehydration, maybe the team can go further afield. I still need my teammates to take care of me. You need plenty of sleep and plenty of fluids. Even though Lindsay and Nathan think nothing of it. But Tara was very disappointed in herself. I'd love to quit the challenge and go home now. At night, Kayla felt very stressed. It takes a lot of firewood every day. I'm exhausted just collecting. Now we have to keep the fire from going out. Just close your eyes for a little rest. There's no way to sleep through the night. Without food and enough sleep, it's too hard to complete the challenge alone. Cave Sister woke up in the middle of the night to alligators in the water. The two sides are a little close. Worried that crocodiles would come ashore and attack the shelter. They're gonna make a move to get rid of it. The crocodile wasn't that big. Make a little noise and it'll scare you away. If it wasn't so dark, I'm ready to go hunting on my own. I hope I see you again tomorrow. Mallory is confident he can play without injury. There's too much meat in Adam's group. Got all the ants in the neighborhood. It's impossible to get a good night's sleep. Every now and then I feel ants crawling up. It would be nice to take a break. So too much meat is a problem. Sam's foot is swollen from the bite. If this allergic reaction were any worse, it would definitely put lives at risk. He felt that his life was too miserable. There's no part of me that's whole. I barely made it to day 10. I'm about to bite my ass off like a lychee. You can imagine what a miserable night it was. The crocodile doesn't smell good now. Trying to complete the 40-day challenge. They have to make sure they get enough sleep. Sam's foot is so swollen. Even standing up is a problem now. There must be more ants at night. They need to make a taller bed. Adam thought he could use the surrounding trees for support. They didn't intend to make the shelter too good. After all, it will take some time to move. But Sam, the problem is too big. He must be helped through this. Now we just need to make sure the bottom is stable. Then cover all the branches to make a platform. It's covered with palm leaves. If it wasn't for the alligator meat, no other group could have done it. Mallory was very interested in crocodiles in the water. If I can hunt one, she and Sister Cave will recover a lot of strength. The only thing we need right now is bait. Just check the fish basket to see if there's any harvest. One small fish in such a big basket. Instead of eating it in your stomach, might as well use it as bait to catch crocodiles. Cave Sister is quite agreed with this. Eating one more fish doesn't change anything, does it? It would be different if it was a crocodile. I don't have to worry about food for at least another week. Put the fish head on the hook and arrange it. That crocodile has no reason not to eat food when it's served to him. We'll be able to bring the crocodile under control with a hook. Mallory thinks the success rate is still pretty good. I hope everything goes smoothly. It was also her first time hunting crocodiles. The mood was quite exciting. To where the crocodile wandered last night. Set up decoys along the way. Let's see if the crocodiles show up tonight. Tara felt terrible, like she'd been beaten. The mood is getting lower and lower. Instead of comforting her, Lindsay thought it would be better to get more food. As long as Tara gets enough food and sleep, believe that everything will be fine. There are still 30 days left. You get weaker and weaker in the back. Now more fish need to recover. The fish on this side is a little smaller. It's just a little bit of an appetizer. They feel like they're really getting hungrier. No sense of satisfaction at all. At least everyone has to eat 7 or 8 small fish to be full. Too bad there are no crocodiles here. Be positive in your attitude, or you'll be overwhelmed by the environment. Kayla hasn't had a full meal in a long time. I've been checking on decoys every day, but it didn't work out very well. She needs more food in order to continue to hold on here. When Kayla was hungry enough to doubt her life, suddenly I heard something over there. I thought it was a python or something. I didn't think it was a crocodile. It doesn't look very big. If only my teammates were still around. Hunting alone is too dangerous. She's too small to hold a crocodile down. Nevertheless, Kayla decided to take the plunge. Although she is very weak, but face this little crocodile. No problem at all. Just hold it. I'm finally getting a good meal. The one who made it this far. Not just by starving. Even without the help of a teammate, she can do the hunt alone. The challenge of 40 days has been completed with greater confidence. Now they depend on Lindsay for most of their food. She has gradually adapted to the environment here. Fishing that is getting easier and easier. I thought there was a big fish to eat. I was too weak to hold it steady. The fish returned to the water in strength. This really pissed Lindsay off. I don't want to go fishing anymore. You need to rest your body. She just couldn't handle trying so hard and make life so hard for yourself. And worst of all, I hurt my feet. So one person is in bad luck. Even walking can be a problem. Kayla's busy with the gators. Luckily, it wasn't too big. I'm perfectly capable of handling it myself. It's just the mosquitoes around here are annoying. It took a while to get the meat off. The next step is to cook the meat, to make sure it's done fast enough. She cut the meat as small as possible. Smoking is what makes the meat last longer. If you weren't worried about getting infected eating it raw, she just wanted to swallow it. It really smells good when the crocodile is cooked. No wonder the show suggests eating it. It means so much to Kayla. After eating this gator, you'll be a lot better off. Then we can get out of here and find another team. so you have a chance to complete the challenge. Things are looking up. Adam's team is here to build a new shelter. I got my strength back from eating crocodile meat. It's all pretty much gone by now. It was a little hard though, but the structure looks perfect. You don't have to worry about ants crawling up at night. Sam cut as much wood as he could. He didn't want to lie down because he wasn't feeling well. Thunder suddenly sounded in the sky. It's definitely not going to be ready today. The only way to keep warm is to start a fire in the shelter. I hope this storm will end soon. They don't want to watch the fire all night. Tara's team isn't so lucky here. The shelter is leaking in everywhere. The worst thing is getting the firewood wet. Just hang around the fire and dry it as much as possible. No one's going to sleep tonight. Watch the fire all night to keep it from going out. Sam suddenly felt a lot of pain. I feel like I'm swelling all over. Like there's something to hold open, you know? The temperature dropped quite a bit. It was so cold that he could only shiver there. There was nothing to do but call the doctor. Sam doesn't know what's going on, especially with a kidney that explodes. Soon the doctor was examining Sam. It's worse than I thought. Sam had to get an anti-inflammatory shot to relieve the pain in your body for a while, mainly because the mosquitoes bite too hard here. If Sam doesn't get better, the show had to take him to the hospital. Mallory and Donnie aren't doing so well either. It was so cold that the fire didn't feel at all. The only good news is the alligators at the trap. I don't know if it worked. They checked out immediately. It does attract the crocodiles. The traps are working too, but they did not seize the opportunity. I barely made it to dawn. Lindsay thought it was too bad. Now I'm cold and hungry, and I really want to give up and go home. Talking to yourself on camera. She found the challenge really too difficult. I want my teammates to tell me if they want to keep going. And Tara and Nathan don't know what to say. Okay, I just can't bear to get out of here. How can they persuade you? But let's hope Lindsay holds on. Lindsay felt that her mood was quite contradictory. Your body keeps telling you it's time to go. My mind keeps telling me to stay. A teammate's comfort can be a little helpful. Lindsay decided to hold out a little longer. Tara's so dehydrated she's not leaving. How can you survive her? The rain stopped though, but Sam's health is not good. He felt like his body had reached its limit. Just wait for the doctor to come and tell me to leave. Adam and Amber think Sam will get better if he gets some rest. Sam doesn't want to be a burden on the team. He has to work hard no matter how sick he is, hoping to take some of the pressure off my teammates. It's a nice idea, but this is going on. The body only gets weaker. After the moisture of crocodile meat, Kayla is much more energetic. She also cooked herself a big pot of crocodile meat. To meet the challenges ahead, we need to make shoes out of that crocodile skin to protect our feet. Take it to the creek and clean it up. You can't leave any of the meat on it. Otherwise, the whole skin will rot and stink. Kayla is very grateful to her partner for the previous challenge. If it wasn't for his hands-on instruction, I don't want to make shoes out of fur. That's a lot better than before. Hopefully, after rinsing, you'll have enough time to dry. The bottom of the new shelter on Adam's side is complete. Now we just need to get the roof fixed. It's not a hassle to set up. It's just a lot of material. Sam felt his body getting weaker and weaker. I have to go back and get some water. No matter how much willpower he has, it's hard to fight his body. His teammates kept comforting Sam. I hope he gets some rest. They were able to set up the shelter. Sam didn't want to be a burden, as much as I want to finish this challenge. But I can only say I'm sorry. The show knows Sam's not doing well. Kept waiting around for him to announce his departure. Without any accident, Sam became the fourth person to leave. If he can, he hopes to come back next time. I don't think I should stop there. So, even if you eat crocodile meat every day, they also quit the challenge because of other issues. Adam and Amber were in a pretty low mood, but the challenge must continue. I hope I can adjust my mood soon. After Sam left, there was no time to grieve. They have to rush to get the shelter ready. All that's left is the roof. At the rate we're going, we should be able to move in before dark. Mallory's got no gators. The mood is so low. I'm not even interested in fishing now. Sister Cave suggests continuing to bait the gators. She doesn't believe that Crocodile gets away every time. The two men watched for a long time in the water. The crocodile must be in these waters. Just find out where it's hanging out. A better place for the trap. Nathan feels like the team is very negative right now. Such emotions can be deadly in survival in the wild. Tara, in particular, feels like she's about to explode. Lindsay did not like this atmosphere very much. Can only walk outside fishing slowly. The last challenge was due to the use of knives. I don't get along very well with my partner. Communication is very important to her. Suddenly Tara called out, "Tell them to stop touching their stuff." No one touched it. Lindsay felt very wronged. The team really didn't want to stay. Mallory intends to explore the waters to the end. She can't believe we can't find them. But the truth is so cruel. Waste a lot of time and energy and get nothing. I was so tired I threw up. The body is getting worse and worse. Her mood was very low. Dong's sister think this is not the way to go. Might as well go catch some more fish. Adam's shelter is almost complete. Now we just need to set the fire. It needs to be separated by sticks, clay and rocks. Avoid setting the whole shelter on fire. Good thing there's everything around. It's not that hard to collect. They think things are going well. It was wonderful to be in the new shelter at night. Too bad Sam didn't move in. The challenge continues on day 12. Kayla originally planned to make shoes out of alligator skin, but the drying effect is not very good. Part of it has fallen off, and it smells really bad. Unfortunately, we'll have to try another time with an alligator. When Mallory woke up, found the bait had disappeared. The crocodile came back last night. She felt like such a failure. If it wasn't for the crocodile, I could still catch some fish every day. Mallory's health is getting worse and worse. Sister Dong thinks there's a good chance she'll drop out of the challenge. On day 15, Kayla ate all the alligator meat. She decided to look for other teams to join. To avoid exposure to the sun, he was covered in a lot of dirt. Hopefully it'll be a little more comfortable on the way. I did eat a lot of crocodile meat, but walking is really tiring. I don't know if Kayla can find another team. Let's wait and see.